Kar Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, Thawada, Elba Babal, Kar Kadash. I like to give the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teaches us truth, the 100% truth. Lord willing, we able to continue to do this truth, remain in the spirit of the Lord, man, to do his work. I'm going to do a lesson today. After watching this video I saw on TikTok, and it's I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it up, and then we just go from there. And I got some precepts to go along with it. But his brother is talking about, he's going through struggles, man. We all going through struggles, mainly here in Babylon the Great, and Jake is fed up, man. Jake has had enough, and not just Jake, but all people in old, because let me just get into the video, and then we'll just go from there. And fair use, fair use. This is only not for monetary, but only for educational purposes only.
What we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we're 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50. But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there, they gonna ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, cause I need some fucking money to pay the bills and they tell me it's important to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't...
Jake going off, man, and most people can feel his pain, man. Talking about 90% of the population can feel his pain, because 1% is really ruling over the masses, man, and that's why they call you Goyim. And I was going through the comment board, and it's very interesting, just kind of backs up his testimonial, man. Jake is catching hell, and the country is like there's no relief in sight, Let me just go ahead and read through the comments, through the comment board, then I'm gonna hit you up with some precepts. He's right. I've been working since I was 14. My body hurts me daily. It's not going to change my gut. It's not going to change my guy until we unite, quit going to work, quit paying taxes, quit feeding into all the bullshit, and keep rich people from staying rich. They program us with school, teaching us the things that they want us, yada, yada, yada. We understand that. Jake ain't gonna stop working. Jake got to eat. Jake is, for the most part, it's programmed. It's not gonna happen. Jake might stand up and fight for a little bit, but eventually Jake gonna get right back in and parlay. Jake don't really want that smoke, or the people don't want that smoke as a whole. Shalakia. The world is a plantation. It's an Edomite. Look like Edomite anyhow. We have to stop working and stop buying everything. We are united in pain, not America. Damn right, we all slaves. We all need to wake up and take a stand. It's hard when you see it for what it is. I agree, I hate it. Work your life away to barely fucking survive. Shalaka. Day by day, week by week, and all we do is pay bills and work, no enjoyment. I'm 62 and I'm tired. Worked already for 45 years, still can't retire and feel your pain. And you see a lot of Jakes now, they can't retire. Even though after they retire, they have to go back to work. because they can't afford the medical insurance, you know. And you know, as you get older, your body's definitely gonna start to break down more. So you're gonna have to see a doctor for whatever reason. Especially after working so hard over these years, neglecting the body, which jobs probably cause a lot of the pain that a lot of the issues or ailments that the people are going through. You know, because eating fast food, have to eat out all the time because you know you're working so many hours. Hell, that's the cause right there. Your diabetes and high blood pressure and all these other issues. So you have to have a doctor in order to have these medications in order to be able to live. So it's like a catch-22, man. You know, you can't win. So you go back to work, still continue to work, just to have, just to be able to have medical, and there's no retirement. And I think they done pushed the retirement age up all the way up to damn near 70, man. That's what they're trying to get it to, damn near 70. And what right society should a damn 70-year-old person be out here working, man? 60-year-old, 50, really. If all these older people working, then what jobs are they taking from the younger people that's coming into these positions, man? You should be able to work no more to, you know, to your 40s, and then, you know, then should be able to retire, man. That gives jobs, create, you know, a rotation where the younger generation come in, and they'll be able to work, and an incentive to work hard to retire in your 40s. But really, you know how it is here in the system, man. You work just enough to only to pay bills, go back to a house that you're never going to pay for, that you're never going to own, car you're never going to own. And then if you do pay it off and you leave it off to your kids, the taxes, you still got to pay taxes on it. If they don't pay taxes on it, it goes back to the state. Most kids end up selling the house. So, you know, but it, you know, like I said, it's just a catch-22. We all go to the plantation. Color makes no difference. 57 here. You're right, because these it really go back to the curses, man. And these curses now are falling on Esau, Edom. Now he's now catching these curses right along with Jake. You know, Jake been going through here. Actually, you know, we had a little break, you know, during the time of the you know, 50s and going into the 60s, maybe the 70s. But after that, man, he started putting that foot on the neck, and then since we started going down, they started sending jobs overseas to these other places through the what was that bill they passed back then? It was back in the 80s. I remember Bill Clinton passed the bill, NAFTA agreement, and that sent all our jobs, decent paying jobs, man, where you didn't have to work 2 or 3 jobs to pay for your home and your family. And they sent all these jobs overseas to these companies to get them incentives to go overseas, and therefore, you know, these low-paying jobs, you know, were left, you know, for the people. So the people were sold out by the government. Oh my God, I am sobbing, my heart is out. Facts, man, this place is a joke. People starting to see it, man. Reason they're seeing it because they feeling it. And you know, people catching hell. I'm with you, my brother. I ask myself this every day. What is the point? We are all slaves. I'm turning 50 in a few months. I feel like I'm not alive. I feel like I'm just a machine doing the same routine every day. No joy, no feelings. I just do what I do because it has to be done. It was a Jim Carrey movie that was out, something like this, where every day they wake up, I think it's called Groundhog Day or something like that. Every day wake up is like the same thing over and over again. You know, like you're stuck in a repeated cycle, and you're really going nowhere. Being on a hamster wheel, like they like to call it, man. They put you on a hamster wheel, chasing the carrot, chasing that bag. Especially our women, man. They really fell for the okie doke, man. You know, so our women really catching hell too. You know, they're one of the main ones that's losing jobs right now. But that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, the comment boards on is crazy. People going on and on, man. Working and still struggling. Bro, you are 1,000% true. I think we all agree on this. People catching hell, man. And with the tariffs that's going and DJ Trump, you know, at the realm, You know, he's got an agenda, whether you believe it or not. But people gonna suffer, man. Bills ain't going down. Food is still high. You know, the oligarchs taking over everything. You know, the housing market, the price of rent is up. You know, gas, food. Um, these things are, you know, through the roof. But everything's going up but your paycheck. So Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. And this for you Jakes, man, you so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the way and see and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. So the Lord is telling, you know, those of us, we're supposed to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, man. And you know, it's going to make it easier for you. Plus, it comforts you, man, knowing that the Lord has got your back. He's going to take care of you one way or another. No matter what Esau do, the Lord is going to have your back, man. You might not be in great wealth or anything, but He's going to give you enough, man. Enough that's what's sufficient for you. Because sometimes if the Lord was to give you too much, it'll pull you right out of this truth. It'll pull you right out of this gospel, man. You fall right back into the world. Lord knows. You know how we are. You know we made up. You know what our vices are. The book of Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. So we're not supposed to get too comfortable here, man. This is not our rest, man. Our rest is coming in the Lord, man. That's why these scriptures comfort us, knowing that the Lord is coming, man. And even, you know, those who have lost their lives in the past, man, they know that the Lord, you know, right now they with the Lord, man. They with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh. They're in the heavens, and they know that our rest is coming, man. Our kingdom is coming into play. We're going to be delivered out of this hard bondage, man, and no man shall save you. So arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. A lot of Jakes put their faith into this government, man, and not into our Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh. A lot of our people. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. And you got these fake pastors, you know, these so-called Christian churches, man, that's been misleading our people, keeping them grounded on the plantation, man, you know, believing this prosperity gospel, man, that, you know, shit gonna, you know, come to the Lord, their Lord, Caesar Borgia, and things gonna be all right. No, when you come in this truth, man, it doesn't guarantee that it's gonna be all right. Matter of fact, it's gonna crank up even harder. But the Lord, you gotta trust Him, man, in your fall, man. You ever see that where they do this it's a psychological test of your partner to see if you can trust your partner. And they have your partner stand behind you, and you're supposed to close your eyes, cross your hands, and you're supposed to just let yourself fall back, and your partner's supposed to catch you. Well, same way it is with this truth, man. You have to close your eyes, you know, take your hands off the steering wheel, and fall back into this gospel, man. That's the only thing, because this Bible tells you, put no trust in man, not any man, because they will always let you down. But one thing about this word, man, one thing about Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, He will never let you down, man. He's always going to have you, man. And trust me, I'm a prime candidate of that, man. I come from the times where I had nothing. And when you come into this truth, man, people of the Lord, man, you're going to catch hell, man. I come from a point of having actually nothing. And, you know, still to this day, I'm a vagabond because you're vagabond in this truth on this, you know, in this world, man, because this is not our world. We can see that you never really own anything, especially in Babylon the Great. Nothing is never yours, man. You paid 40 years of the mortgage, 50 years, and that house still, they can come possess it once you pay it off, because they can put a high infrastructure right next to it and drive your taxes through the roof. And once you stop paying them taxes, man, they're gonna come and take it, man. Or they can just say eminent domain and take your stuff, man. So you never really at rest here, man. And so that's why we put our faith in the Lord, man. And we wait on the kingdom to come, where we're going to have homes, man, real homes, you know, real families, you know, And we're going to have the heathens doing the work for us. We're not going to have to work, man. The heathen's going to do the work. Then we're going to find rest. Because right now, you Jakes, man, you're at the bottom. You so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans, man. And the speckled bird is scattered throughout. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. This is why we catching the hell. Main reason right here. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. So we didn't put our trust in the Lord, man. We turned our back on the Lord, and we started following after these other gods, man, these other kingdoms, and trusting in these other governments, man. And at the end of the day, they let you down, man. So Jake is catching hell, man, rightfully so. But like I said, we're at the end of this thing. We done served our time. So Lord will that we're able to endure, finish our course, man, and go into the kingdom, man. We be able to be saved and delivered into the kingdom. So Lord will, man, this lesson's edifying, man. And like Jake was saying, what was the title of that thing? I think it was What Are We Doing Here? Something like that.
Must be on this earth. And I'm not saying, what the fuck are we doing here?
What the fuck are we doing here? Shalakia. Shalom.